Hi everyone, 你们好, welcome back to Mandarin with Ray. Today we're going to learn some animals in Mandarin and talk about how to learn Mandarin through mindfulness. I have been thinking about this a lot lately because of my own experience learning languages. Through the traditional way, which is how I learned English, is that you have a piece of text, either spoken or written, and you imitate that and repeat that action until you know what you're doing, which I actually quite liked. I like the repetition of simple actions, so I really enjoyed that process, especially learning about grammar because it was so nerdy and I'm into all nerdy things. But when I was thrown into English-speaking environment, it didn't turn out as well as I thought it would, because I didn't communicate in English as much as I would like learning it. So the ultimate environment that has the language really helped me to adapt what I've learned into practice, and that's why I can be comfortable speaking English and talking English right now. And there are other ways that's emerging, like using language learning apps, using all these courses through the websites, and I've always felt wonderfully wrong using these apps. And for the record, it's just my personal experience. I know there are people thriving and learning a lot of languages through these apps, and they are really helpful to them. But me personally, I really liked aspects of it. It's convenient, it's accessible, and it's actually pretty sustainable. If you can spare 15 to 20 minutes per day, it's very stress-free, and you can use it for a very long time until you gain some confidence and some language skills. While you are using an app or an online course, there is a human element missing. And it's not just talking to another person, it's me as a human. My experience is lacking in some ways. So I nerded out and looked into how your brain works when you learn a new language or when you hear a new language. And I found wonderful articles such as Language and the Brain on the Science magazine by Lera Boroditsky. And some of the points in this article is about when you are exposed to language, when you're exposed especially to new languages, you develop new cognitive skills. So that gets me thinking, if I learn a language, I get new cognitive skills. What if I learn the language with all these cognitive activities? Like when humans didn't know the word blue, they didn't experience the color blue as we do today. They just simply didn't notice it because they couldn't distinguish it without the word. So the language is actually shaping us. Isn't that crazy? That blows my mind. And that means when we're learning a new language, we are being opened up to a world that we have been blind to. You, by watching this video, is making huge discoveries into this world that you've never seen before. And I think that's so wonderful. Today, specifically, we're talking about some animals which we have all experienced as humans, no matter what language you speak. So let me know if learning these words has triggered some new experience for you with these animals. These are the 3 tools I am proposing to you, and it can be in your toolbox for your use. First of all, with these animals we're about to learn, you can go about your house, your apartment, your room to find as many of these as possible and refer to them in their Mandarin names. When I say you have them, you don't have a live one, it's okay. You can find pictures, toys, illustration of them, that all works, and it can be a fun activity for you and your family. If you're quarantined with your friends or roommates, you can go about and do this activity together. It would be fun. And if you don't have any of them, the second tool is you can draw them. Painting and drawing is such a mindful exercise. It utilizes all parts of your body, your brain, your hand, your heart, your imagination. So go ahead, take out a piece of paper, a scrap paper if you want, and draw out how these animals look like in your brain. It doesn't even have to make sense to anybody. It can just be for your enjoyment. And when you are putting each stroke down, try to think of the word in Mandarin and how that Mandarin sound relates to your experience drawing this animal. The third one I'm proposing is to watch a nature documentary. And it can be anything. It can be Planet Earth. It can be, what's that Will Smith documentary that blew my mind? You can find it on Netflix. It's super fun. Also, I'm specifically recommending Absurd Planet. Absurd Planet. Absurd Planet. It is so funny. You should definitely watch it. And it's very different from the traditional nature documentary. If you are a little bored by that, this is not boring at all. Go ahead and find that. And when you see these animals we're going to recommend, point to them and call out their names in Mandarin. How fun is that? Now let's get to the animals. The first one is one of my favorites at all times. 大象. 大象. That's right, it's elephant. The second one is in contrast to it. 小猴. 小猴. Monkeys. So in Mandarin, we already have some descriptive elements in the name word themselves. So 大象 involves 大, which means big. 小猴 involves 小, which means small. And when you are talking about small animals, we usually put the endearing sound in the back of it. So monkey becomes 小猴, little monkey. 小猴儿, 小猴. And you will notice that in the following animals we're going to introduce as well. Just remember 大 is big, 小 something is small. With 大象 and 小猴, we are already set out to be in the wild. And how can we not talk about the king of the land?
那自喷呀！
狮子，狮子。The lion. So Lion King in Chinese is 狮子王. 狮子王. Lion King. Now we've been to the wild, let's talk about some more domestic animals like 猫, 猫, cat. And referring to a small cat, you can say 小猫, 小猫. Are you a cat person or a dog person? 狗, 狗, 小狗. Now let's talk about some farm animals. These three animals always appear together. 鸡, 鸭, 鹅. Chicken, duck, and goose. With these animals, the smallest one would be chicken. So we refer to chicken also as 小鸡儿. 小鸡儿, 小鸡儿. 鸡, 鸭, 鹅. And one of the most majestic animals ever existed. We haven't really seen it in its flesh. The prehistorical 恐龙. 恐龙. Dinosaurs. And interesting fact, 龙 actually means dragon. 龙 dragon. That's all the animals we're going to learn today. So when you rewatch this video, you can stop at each animal and do the activities as I said before. Go find them in your house, draw one of these, or watch a nature documentary.
小只，小只，小只，小只，小只，小只，小只，小只。
I hope you're having fun learning these animals in Mandarin and make it a full body experience for yourself. Like I said, put your mind into it. And if you want to pick up more mindful ways to practice Mandarin and make it a 4D experience for yourself, make sure to check out my Patreon page, which is patreon.com/mandarinwithray. And subscribe to the channel so you can get a notification every time I have a new upload of these videos. And let me know how you are experiencing these animals in your body and what new experiences bringing to you. Let the language shape you while you shape the language.